Hey, this is Judah. This is my buddy Nathan. Flew in from Indiana into South Carolina yesterday. We are now driving down to Georgia, and we are going to do a 3-day canoe trip that Nathan has set us up with. So explain where we going and all that kind of stuff.
All right, we're doing the Okefenokee Wilderness Canoe Trail. We're going to be in the Okefenokee Swamp. It's a national wildlife refuge. We're going to see all kinds of gators, we anticipate, stuff like that. We're going to try not get eaten, hopefully not have snakes fall into our canoe. And we're going to have a pretty solid day of paddling. We're trying to hit the water here. We're going to the outfitters, getting the canoe and all the map and all that jazz, hit the water.
We called ahead to see if we could get a propane tank from this place. They're a little iffy
Yeah, I wasn't sure they had
on whether or not we could do that. And the woman seemed a little concerned about our arrival time and that we were getting a late start.
We could die.
We would make for a better video, but I think we're going to try to bypass that. Should we push it in a little bit more before I try to? I'm not sure I can move it once.
Yeah, let's push it in a little more. Push me an extra pedal. I may have to hop in though.
Okay.
I can't quite do it.
Yeah.
Get all the way.
And a nice crotch shot right now. Are we going to be able to move it? Oh, wet foot. There we go. Okay. I didn't think about this, but with this camera right here, I'm gonna have to be sucking in my gut the whole time just to keep up appearances. I may have abs by the time we're done. So, we going this way?
I don't know what that sign says.
I can't read it. I'm blind. Oh, the sign way up there, huh?
Yeah, that.
That's the first time I saw it.
What did you say?
I said it's the first time I saw it. We're gonna go find out.
Seems like we should be going to the left.
There's an arrow saying it's.
That is an alligator.
Okay, we got our first gator up there. I don't know if my phone's picking that up, but.
Yeah, it's
So the first day we rode, what did we say, 11
and a half miles maybe?
Yeah, 11.5 miles to the canoe and the canals, and we ended up counting, I don't know, I know what our total is now.
58 alligators the first day?
Yeah, 58 alligators. Why don't you give me an idea of how you came across this? And
Yeah, well, we talked about doing a trip
yeah,
together again, like we had done the Manistee River, and I kind of thought a canoe trip would be cool, and I was looking for a swamp, and I didn't want an awesome swamp, I didn't want a great swamp, I just wanted an okay swamp. And so I looked up okay swamp, canoe camping, and up popped Okefenokee.
Dude, I swear, as you were telling this, it was just unfolding. I was like, is this setting up a joke here?
You bet. Dad humor.
We'll go with that then. He
Yeah.
just wanted an okay.
Just okay. Don't give me, show off swamp.
Yeah.
Thinks it's all that. I just want a mediocre okay swamp.
Sounds good. You don't. You know, I've always said that even if I could get a woman that was like, quote unquote, a 10, I don't know if I'd want one just because they're too much trouble.
Yeah.
It's like high maintenance. So I totally get it.
Katie's a 10 for the record, but she's not high maintenance.
I was not implying.
I know. I wanted to make sure I didn't imply it. Because she's going to be watching this. She's a 10 in my book.
One of the cool things about this place is you have to make reservations to stay on these platforms that are out on the water, or at least hanging off the water. As you can see, we got the canal off to the side, but it is kind of bolted or affixed to the shore. Yeah. But what we stayed in the first night was just a platform in the middle of the water.
Mm-hmm. All right, we've made it to Round Top platform for the night. We are kicking our feet up. We are stretching. We're exhausted, but it was quite the payoff. We got a beautiful spot here. There's our pit toilet, so we don't have to go over the side of the platform. And you hear a lot of bullfrogs all around us. I heard there's a resident gator that lives around the platform. Haven't seen him yet, I don't think, but there was one a little bit down the water trail. But maybe we'll see him later. But all around us is like open prairie, swamp.
We did a video about our Manistee trip, which you would have to watch that to understand the question I'm about to pose to Nathan. Because I'm almost feeling like this trip, the canoe version of Manistee,
Yeah.
where what do you feel? Because yesterday, I swear, man, we got to a point and I was just like, F this, man.
Yeah.
I was just...
Arms are giving out.
Yeah, I was so done. If we were on a trail, I probably would have just been like, okay, that's it.
We're sitting down.
This is it.
Yeah.
But since we're on a canoe and we have a spot we had to get to, and we're racing the daylight, which ended up not really being a huge issue, but in my head I didn't know for sure. Which one do you think was like worse of these two?
More challenging?
Yeah, and which one do you think you hit your kind of that point of where you were just over it?
Oh, physically, definitely Manistee.
Okay.
Definitely Manistee. Maybe it's because I'm so powerful in my arms, so strong. I'm kidding.
It's true. When he picked me up from the airport, he like just shoot on lifted me
Threw
up.
him in the seat.
Yeah,
It was so easy. No, but this one physically didn't feel as difficult to me. Although yesterday I was very hot and tired by the end, and ready to be done. Like that, the last several miles to the Round Top platform. Both of us, I think, were like, where the heck is this thing?
Oh.
It felt like we were just paddling forever. And it was more open, and it was sunny and hot. So, beautiful. But man, by the end there, we were ready to see that shelter.
Yeah.
Be done.
Okay, for me, and it might be just because, 2 years in the past, and I can't truly, other than just the memory. But yesterday, I was like, man, I think this is worse for me than... Oh, you know what? It might... Well, because we trained
We
somewhat.
did. Yeah,
and this,
that's true.
I literally...
You just showed up.
Yeah. Well, okay. I had thoughts of training. And I literally, like for 4 days, I did push-ups.
Oh, there you trained.
4 push-ups. That was the extent I could get a day. Yeah.
Exactly. That's a day.
And I was like, okay, if I keep this up every day, I was like, at least my arms won't be sore.
Yeah.
But I gave up. And him talking about the open space, that was... It was morally difficult for me because you could see forever.
Yeah.
And I was like...
We'd come around a turn, and you'd be like, I'm about to see this thing.
Nathan, there's no platform.
No.
There's still no platform, Nathan,
Yeah.
He just brought me out here to die is what I was assuming. Okay, finally. Looks like we're coming up to our stop up here. I'm just gonna lay back and let Nathan take us the rest of the way.
Round Top.
I'm joking. I knew I was going to hear things that I had not, that I don't experience.
This is a new environment for both of us.
Yeah.
New ecosystem, a new place. We've never camped in a swamp, so we had some assumptions. We knew we'd see alligators, probably hear some frogs and sea turtles, stuff like that. But the round top platform was out in the middle of a very open wetland prairie, I guess is how I describe it. It was very, just, I don't know, you could see, I felt like for miles.
And lily pads everywhere, which
Lily pads everywhere.
are not synonymous with frogs, but
Apparently.
so that night I was ready to sleep, man, and it just wasn't going to happen because these frogs,
Oh my gosh.
they just came out of everywhere, and every one of them wanted you to hear what they had to say.
They sounded huge too, like bullfrogs. Like they sounded like they were this big, and millions of them.
Yeah.
For miles, and they're all just a symphony of obnoxious croaking and weird sounds, just so loud. Like it's not the sound per se, it was the volume.
Yes.